Before, I figure before we put the desk up or the podium, we take a look around here real quick. Oh, and I feel bad, guys. I feel bad that I have let you down. It's October. It's almost Halloween. We're days away from Halloween. And I haven't done much at all for you in the form of good old-fashioned mask content. And I don't know. Should we make a Halloween special right now? Huh? Halloween special starts now. Yeah, so there's some familiar faces in the mix here. I've been trying to straighten up because lots has been happening in the old basement here. In the basement of wonders. Some masks are missing. Oh, sold a couple. There's some emptiness going on in areas on the shelves, but I'm making room for more stuff. We're gonna film a lot of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Masks, maybe some tricks and gags and novelties. I don't know. Whatever we can get our hands into, we're gonna do it. There's gonna be a guest coming on. Yeah, a real special guest. And guess what? She's probably gonna be around for a while. It's my girlfriend. She doesn't know I'm filming this right now, but I'm trying to get her on the show later. It'd be fun to have her on and see what she has to say about all of this craziness. Oh yes, she's known me for a very long time, by the way. This is nothing new. She's known me for close to 3 decades, almost 30 years, 26, 27 years I've known her. So she knows I've been crazy for a long time, and I'm into lots of weird stuff. So, the good, lucky for me, so is she. So, let's do this. Let's start the Halloween special right now. We are back on the Crimson Ghost Mask Room Network, aka Rudy's World. Yes. Ugh. Okay. We'll leave the phone on in case we get any important phone calls during the old Halloween special. We're going to start off with some masks. Yes, there's new masks here in the room. New old masks, new vintage masks, new rare masks. Oh, yes. We're going to start off with my favorite one that I acquired this fall. It is one of my favorites. Everything I'm about to show you is pretty awesome in its own special way. First one is by the late great Mr. David Smith, Creature Smith. He's created some of the best pieces in this room. There's not a lot of them here, but some of the best are by David Smith. And the one I acquired from my good old Uncle Evil. What up, Uncle Evil, out there in sunny California? We got one by the late great David Smith, and it is so rare. First of all, I should say, my Uncle Evil from Medieval Studios was very close friends with David Smith. So, when my friend tells me this is a really rare David Smith piece, he's only seen maybe 2 of them, then it is extremely rare, and he's not kidding. Uncle Evil got this from David, I think, a long time ago, and he hated to part with it, but he just had to. And of course, I jumped right in. I said, I need that right now. I've seen that in the old flyer or the old catalog page that David Smith had with some of the other amazing pieces on it that I have here. So this one was never obtainable to me. It seemed like it was not going to happen. Like I would never get it. It's called the Ghoul. It's this awesome zombie-looking ghoul, and it's one that on the catalog picture or the flyer, you'd say, man, that looks like a bad... I never seen one, so I said, I wish I could find one someday. I never had it. Never thought I would have it until now. Look at this baby. So, like I was saying, good old Uncle Evil said there's probably 2 that he knows of out there. I think he's got another copy, or he knows someone with a copy, but this is the only one I've ever seen. And it's missing a tooth, okay? But it doesn't matter. It's missing a tooth here, but it really doesn't matter because obviously he is, he's got rotting flesh. He's the Walking Dead. He's called a ghoul, but he certainly looks like a zombie. This copy, he told me it's got issues, but it's so rare. It's like, who cares? It's still here. He's still alive, and he's still intact. We had him foam filled by the best, Mr. Maskahuna. Look at this. And the thing about this mask is it has really, really unique coloring. Like blues, like hues of blue and maroon, it's very, very unique for several reasons. And the biggest reason, besides the amazing sculpture work, is that the color scheme that David painted this mask with. It is so damn cool. It's got some veining going on. But what a cool ghoul. Ghoul as in school. What movie is that from? Do you know? It's not really a movie. Technically, it's not a movie. Although it was released in 1980 as a movie internationally in theaters. Salem's Lot. Yes. Ghoul. Ghoul as in school. What do you guys think? Isn't that cool? Let's see. Moving on. Oh, yes. There was a Mask Fest score. I kept promising a young man by the name of Russ Turk that I would talk about his mask on the channel because I forgot to. Well, I didn't forget. I think I showed it in the Mask Fest score video, but I wanted to show it in better detail. She's here. She's looking at me on the floor with her goofy eye, her one eye that really stands out in the movie. If you guys know the movie Ghost Story, Russ Turk made an incredible mask from Ghost Story. I never had any of Russ's work. I think, did we show her? I didn't. I showed her in the Mask Fest video, but I think I forgot to show and talk about her in detail. So we're going to do that right now. And Russ, I'm sorry it took so long. My life has been insane as usual. Those of you that know Ghost Story, this is Alma. And boy, this was just by chance that they're next to each other right now, these two masks. They certainly look good together, don't they? Ah, how you doing, baby? How you doing, old boy? Look at, they both got the same jacked up teeth. You guys should go on a date. Anyway, what do you think of that? Russ Turk's Alma. This was the only foam-filled copy he did. He made 2 of them, to my knowledge. And he had one that was, I think, wearable, maybe. Or just not foamed. But I said, oh, you gotta have the foam-filled one. And this, to me, really stood out when he sent me pictures of her. He goes, she's going to Mask Fest. I go, I will run to your table, and if I'm in love with her, I will buy her. And sure enough, I did. So, what do you guys think? Russ was pumping out some really cool stuff for the show this year. And go back and watch the Mask Fest video, and you will see all of his awesome work. She's got this nice yellowish green skin, this dead skin, and she's got like the discoloration, like the maroon, like blood under her skin look, and it really looks good. Veining going on in the rotting part around her eye and her face. It's got that dark green. It's hard to explain the color scheme on her, but it works. I told Russ, I said, the reason I really want, of course I like the movie Ghost Story, but it was on a lot. I think when we were kids, it was on HBO a lot.
in the 80s. That's how I originally saw it. But I told him that picture of Alma, Dick Smith's creation, was on the cover of Fangoria back in the day, and it was just so iconic to me because I just picture that magazine cover and her face and that eyeball, and it was something that was burned into my brain as a kid, you know, not only from the film but Fangoria. So I said, I gotta get that. I don't have any ghost story pieces, so I got one now. And Russ, you did a great job. All right, moving on. And like I said, like I was saying earlier, hopefully, actually, my girlfriend did agree to film. She's gonna come here and film, and you're gonna meet her. You're gonna meet my girlfriend, and you're gonna see though that she's a lot like me. Well, not like me, but she likes a lot of the stuff I love. So that's good. Horror movies, 80s. You know, she grew up in the same town I did. We've known each other for a long time. We'll get into all that, but enough of that. All right, the next mask. I was gifted a mask. I got to go upstairs and get it, but I was gifted a cool mask by an artist on Instagram. So we're going to go get that mask, and then we're going to have a word from our sponsor. Speaking of dead dudes, this is a vampire. It looks like a head vampire, like he's the boss. And he made someone angry because they pulled out a cross and they burned his head with it. So this one, oh, what do you guys think of this? So this is this is made by an artist I never met before. He hit me up on Instagram. His name is Shannon Guthrie, and he goes by Gorine, Goreline. Gorine. Custom masks and props. www.goreline.spg.com. So that's www.gorelinebysPG.com. You can find him also on Facebook. Maybe that's where he reached out to me, Facebook. But he's like, hey, man, I'm a mask maker. I want to send you. He gifted me this. He gave it to me, sent it to me for free. Like, I can't thank you enough, Shannon. He wants to get his work out there. So I said, dude, you send me something. I will talk about it, and I will show it on the channel. And I'm going to take the camera down, and we're going to look at this, of course, up close. But real cool, creepy vampire. I love when they get burned by something like that. I love when they get burned by a cross or holy water. Look at his face is peeling here. I love the peel. He's got those dead black eyes, but you could tell he's definitely alive. You know? What do you guys think? Gorine, Shannon Guthrie. Definitely look for him. I think he does have a Instagram. I can't remember. Hold on a second, guys. Oh yeah. Probably not good to do, but hey, it's Halloween. Let me get a paper towel. We'll get back to Gorine's man. Boy, eBay. We got to talk about eBay too again. But first, look at that dude. Pretty cool, huh? He's foam filled. He's on a pedestal. He's got hair work. Look at Gorine. And I got Shannon's card here. I'm just going to cover. I don't know. I mean, he probably doesn't want his phone number all over YouTube, so I'm covering his phone number. But you could easily find him out there on social media. Gorine, Shannon Guthrie. Cool texturing with his paint. A lot of layering going on. Check him out. Find him and look at his other creations. Our sponsor for the Halloween special tonight is my friends over at American Tallow.
And these are really my friends, okay? This is not just some send-in, okay? I personally know the guys behind this company. My friends, Nico Kritikos and Walter Alexic, are behind the company, American Tallow. And do you know what beef tallow is? It's all the rage. You know, you can cook with it, you can put it on your skin. It's very versatile. You're probably asking yourself, why beef tallow? Well, you know, cooking with beef tallow, it has a high smoke point. It doesn't burn easily when you're cooking with it. It's great for frying, for roasting. It tastes richer. It tastes richer than butter. And as far as your skin, I've been using this product right here. It's got lavender in it as well. It's like super moisturizing, okay? Especially for those guys of you out there that have dry skin. You wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I got dry skin. I'm not drinking enough water before I go to bed. Start using American Tallow. It really locks in hydration. It's natural. There's no weird chemicals. And most of all, it's made right here in the good old US of A. Wrong hat. So, like I said, I know these guys personally. Know them so well. They were just here at my bonfire 2 nights ago. Yes. And Nico, on top of it, is like this incredible guitar player. He is going to go places. He was just playing at Buddy Guy's Legends in Chicago with, what's his name? Hosier? You know that guy. Yeah, that guy. He was just playing with him. Anyway, badass guitar player and one hell of an American. And he's one of my 2 friends behind American Tallow. Go to their website. You can buy American Tallow online. And I'm telling you, made here in America, great product. And this is all 100% natural ingredients. Not to mention, it's packed with vitamins A, D, E, and K. Okay? It smells good. It smells like lavender. This works great on your skin. Oops. Trust me, I've been using it. I love it. So, act now. Very simple. Go to AmericanTallowStore.com. I'm going to put it on the screen. AmericanTallowStore.com. Buy the stuff. Cook with it. Put it on your face. Put it on your ass. Wherever you want. It's great. It'll keep your skin soft. Stuff just tastes better. American Tallow. Mama liked the roses. She grew them in the yard. All right, where were we? Masks. Let's go to the Outer Limits. Yo! One of my favorite Outer Limits episodes. The Keeper of the Purple Twilight. It's a weird one. But most of all, it has weird creatures. Like Icar. Yes. Look at this beautiful Icar. From the Outer Limits. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. I'm not just showing you the mask. I'm going to tell you why I like this mask. Yeah, I like the show, but this mask... hold on. Let me go get the others. Hang tight. All right, boys and ghouls, we're back. We're set back up here. We got the 2 masks here. So... check out the episode Keeper of the Purple Twilight. The alien Icar is from that episode. And yes, I love the episode, but it's not the reason I wanted the masks. It's cool, yeah, it's the Outer Limits. But I have a lot, like I've said this time and time again on the channel, I have a lot of old photos of old collections from our elders in the group. The OGs, you know. Ron McGidd, Dante, Guy Thorpe, guys like this, you know, that are out there that had this stuff when I was 10, 12 years old. They had walls and rooms full of masks and props and posters. And they were doing just this when I was reading my Fangorias in my bedroom at my parents' house, full of monster stuff. They had all the masks that I could not afford. They were doing it, you know, back then. So in those old photos I have, I would see this mask on the shelves in a lot of, not a lot, there's only a handful of these guys at the time that I have the photographs of, but you would see this character in their collection. And I'm like, God, I would love to get one for and it's a rare mask. I believe Distortions Unlimited put one out. But the one by Harry Inman is one of the finest sculpts of Icar from that episode. I first bought this one from a collector, and I was thinking this was the Harry Inman Icar. I didn't have this one yet. I'm like, I don't know, it looks a little different. And Ron McGid of the Halloween Society said, hey, no, that's not Harry's. However, it's from the actual mold. You could say movie mold, but TV mold. If you look at the picture of the screen used alien head, it is this sculpt. Like, this is the one you see in the show. So I was really excited to learn that I bought a copy out of that we'll just call it the Hollywood mold, and he goes, the dead giveaway is the rough textured finish. It's not the nicest copy. It's got a lot of rough stuff on it, because a lot of them were made the mold. So as they made these back in the day, I think in the late 80s or early 90s possibly, they were offering these at some conventions, and the mold just started deteriorating. Obviously, the mold had problems, and that's why it looks rough. So then, a Harry Inman copy was offered to me, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta get it. And here I have both of them now. I went from not having either of these for many years, I'm talking a long time, to having both of them now, and they're just super cool. It's one of those iconic science fiction characters. Not a lot of people know what it's from, but I'm sure if you've been around the mask hobby for a long time, you notice this weird creature with the little ears and the funny mouth, and the big old alien head. And that's Icar from that Outer Limits episode. There's also another alien in the same episode from the same planet as these dudes. And they were the alien soldiers. Another rare mask was the alien soldier. So I would see Icar, but I would also see alien soldier heads in people's collections. I got old pictures of Guy Thorpe's collection, and you see one of these dudes on his shelf. I'm like, there it is. There's the other one. And you just can't find this mask nowhere. I think one was on eBay lately. It was a real goofy looking copy. It needed help. But I don't think it was this particular sculpt. It is badass. This is a super thick pull. It's beautiful. My friend had to do a lot of work to get this. It's probably the last pull from his mold. He supplied me with the eyes I need and the hair. And I really want to be able to paint this sucker, hopefully over winter. I can get to it. I'm going to foam fill him and finish him up. But isn't that cool? So I've got some Outer Limits. I also have the Chameleon from the Outer Limits. From the Outer Limits. This is the Steve Neal version. This one, it's pretty cool. He probably could use a foam fill. He don't need it. He's in great shape, but it'd be nice to have him mounted beautifully, and I'll display him with the other Outer Limits pieces. Those of you that are in my Facebook group know my buddy David out in Beverly Hills. He kind of went on a Outer Limits journey and got every freaking crazy head associated with that show. And I said, David, you have the best Outer Limits display, period. No one has a better grouping of Outer Limits heads than my buddy Dave. And I will show you photos of his Outer Limits stuff right now. And he painted all of them himself. I think most of them were repainted by him or painted fresh by him. He was a special effects painter way back in the 80s and 90s. I think the late 80s he started. He worked on movies like Army of Darkness, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like he was working on some of the stuff I love the most, which is crazy that I'm friends with him now, you know? And he has shown me photos of things that no one has ever seen before, behind the scenes, him working on movies, and oh, I would love to own those photos. Maybe someday I'll talk him out of them. Huh, Dave? We'll see. Speaking of photos, I keep telling you guys how I'm going to scan all these pictures soon and do like the ultimate video for you guys, because you've got to see the stuff I've got. These pictures are incredible. And now that winter is around the corner, maybe I will actually have the time to sit there and scan them all in and turn them into JPEGs so I can do like a slide presentation on YouTube for you guys. I'm telling you, the photos are, it would probably be the best, one of the best videos I've ever done. Not that this is an award-winning channel, but in my opinion, it would be what I would want to see on someone's channel. Like, holy shit, look at that. All these old images of guys' collections back in the day. So I need to get on that. I need to start scanning these images. So moving on. And we're not just going to talk about masks tonight. I think we'll talk about novelty stuff too pretty soon. Would you like to talk about novelties and gags? Maybe we should take the camera to the old trick shop in a little while. First, more masks. Is it? Okay. All right. I forgot to talk about a mask on my Mask Fest score video. 2 masks. Yes. From 2 amazing frickin' dudes. This insane creature. This just totally looks like it's from the Outer Limits. Speaking of the Outer Limits, doesn't this look like some weird Scooby-Doo-ish Outer Limits character? Doesn't this look like something from Scooby-Doo or the Outer Limits? My friends over at my buddy Monster Resurrection had this beautiful mask on his table at the show. I forgot to talk about it in the video, and I apologize to you, Monster Res. But you knew I'd get to it at some point. This thing, I saw it on the table. I go, damn, is that nice? It's simple, but it's not simple. The sculpture's killer, but the 2-color paint scheme is amazing. That real directional look that you would see on like 1930s kids masks, where they just take 2 colors, one this way and one downwards, and they make these 2 colors clash, and it just worked so well back then. And he's kind of doing that with this modern piece he made, where two colors are just coming at you in different directions on the mask, and it's fire, as the kids say. It's badass, dude. Good job. I saw the paint, and I go, man, I would love to. When my bathroom is done down here, I might do a crazy blacklight bathroom, or the hallway, the stairs coming down here. I got so many blacklight posters and framed pieces and just, you name it, that will be glowing under blacklight. I said, I bet this mask might do that. But anyway, I loved it. I bought it, and I'm hoping it will do that. But Monster Resurrection, badass piece, dude. Oh, yeah. Very cool. And then, at Mask Fest, the year before, my friend Chris McCoy gifted me this crazy mask he sculpted. And he brought another one to the show this year. He sculpted this, made the mask, and gifted me this thing. And Chris, I can't thank you enough, dude. You know, if you guys could find Chris McCoy out there on Instagram or Facebook, hit him up, buy his masks. He doesn't make a lot of them, but he makes masks. He's just a solid mofo. Real solid dude. And I always enjoy talking with him when I see him. He's the real deal. Great family man. He's got great kids. Great dad. Just there's nothing bad I could say about him. Man, he's a tattoo artist. Those of you that like tattoos and ink, I have a tattoo. Oh yes, it's okay. I need to get it redone. I'm gonna get a new one though soon. Yeah. But this is cool. Chris McCoy, you did it again. And dude, I can't. I'll pay for this stuff. I will buy it, but I do love gifts. So, all right, moving on. What are we going to talk about next, guys? Oh yeah, let's go to the old trick shop for a few minutes. All right, I'm gonna light it up, and we're gonna go look at the trick shop and kind of get a fresh look at that because we haven't looked at it in quite a while. So let's go see what's going on over there. All right. So the basement's crazy because I'm in the middle of setting up a new pinball machine that was just restored, and I'm building a closet on the end there for storage, and then I'm going to do the bathroom, the new bathroom, and continue finishing the rest of the basement over winter. But the trick shop is alive and well and looking great. This is all, this display is the result of me going to amazing places in my childhood, during my childhood, where I grew up. I grew up in Calumet City, Illinois, right on the Indiana-Illinois border. And I've said this before on the channel. There was a place in Hammond, Indiana, downtown Hammond, called Wayne's Trick Shop. And downtown Hammond was incredible by itself. It was this old, just, I don't know, like downtown area with big old vintage bank buildings, and you were definitely like stepping back in time. Even in the 80s, when I was riding my bike through there, you could tell it was just an old town. It looked like it was old 1930s looking construction, the buildings. In that town, let me see if I can put my camera up here somewhere. Oh, I have a pinball machine right here. What do you know? The town of Hammond is really where A Christmas Story took place. Gene Shepherd, the movie A Christmas Story, he grew up and was actually talking about Hammond, Indiana. In the movie, it's called Homan, and Homan is actually a street that runs through Hammond. And I know I've talked about this several times, but Wayne's Trick Shop was in Hammond, Indiana. They actually filmed in Ohio. A lot of the filming for that movie was in Ohio. But it looks just like Hammond. The Christmas parade scene where they're going through that looks like old downtown Hammond. And when Santa Claus kicks him in the face, ho, 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 and he goes down the slide, that is supposed to be the old Goldblatt's building. The old Goldblatt's, that's supposed to be the old Goldblatt's department store. Goldblatt's department store in Hammond. That's what it was. And, there was like old bars and just weird shops. When I was a kid, it was almost like an abandoned town in a way. It wasn't the thriving 1930s and 1940s town, like it used to be. So when I was a kid, there was Wayne's Trick Shop. Then there was the incredible Army-Navy surplus. There's this massive, it was like 3 stores wide, and all the windows had mannequins with fatigues on them and big missiles and stuff. It was a kid's dream, downtown Hammond. It was like this. It was almost like a seedy, old, dirty, cement playground in a way for kids to ride their bikes around. And there was like halfway houses, I think, where just weird shit going on. There was a place called the Good Stuff Store where they sold adult items. The old Goldblatt's building turned into the most incredible indoor flea market in the 80s, in the early to mid 80s. It was everything. Anybody that grew up in Cal City, they would talk about that flea market because it was magic. So anyway, Wayne's Trick Shop. Oh yeah, they had all the masks. They had Don Post masks all up high. It was crazy, but they had the gags and the novelties and everything I loved and wanted as a kid. And it was all in the back of the comic books. And, you know, I wanted these things so badly because they were so weird. And it seemed, I've said this a million times on here, it seemed like this stuff came from outer space. It would all just come in the mail from God knows where, some weird company that you don't know anything about it, but they would send you the weirdest shit in the mail, you know, dog poo, little skeletons, you name it. So I was just crazy about novelties and gags and all of that stuff. So let's get down here and look at some things. There's some new stuff in here for sure. My girlfriend, we're at a huge flea market about a month ago. No, it was October 4th. And I walked by a table. She goes, "Oh, look, there's old gags and stuff right there." I go, "What?" And she points it out. And I'm like, "Oh my God." She found like this old hot seat gag. It was all in the box too, like all in the original shipping box. Here we have foaming trick sugar. That was in there. There was 3 of those in the original like 1930s or 40s cardboard boxes. Trick soap. Look at his hand. Forget me not soap. What is that? Oh, it's showing a giant bar of soap on the back. Forget me not. I guess it turns your hand black, you know, just gooey tar looking stuff on your hand. Anyway, there was also another trick ink, you know, the ink spot. You would think someone, you know, spilled your ink on their desk, or they'd go freak out. And just like it's just a metal ink pool that came out of the bottle. And there's another bottle in there. So this was in there too. I think there was another dribble glass and then magic powder. You sprinkle a small quantity of this powder on a piece of soap. When victim uses this soap, watch the fun. Their hands get bloody red. How cool is that? You put this powder on the soap and it turns to blood. Right up my freaking alley as a 9-year-old boy. So yeah. And as I started collecting this stuff, you know, over the past, I don't know, 6-7 years, I started collecting it more and more because I said someday I want a trick shop display in my home. And I got one now. So the more I found out there, the more I would find the original stuff in the old boxes, like from the 30s and the 40s, like I was saying. And that to me was amazing because I love the old package. Here's another one of those. It's a little more aged, but to me, it was like a whole new realm of collecting for me because I started finding these old gags. Like the doggone it dog poo, the rubber dog poo. Those boxes are totally like 1930s, early 40s. Really old. That's like the first version of rubber dog shit. Look at, here's another one. Now I dude it, but look at that. Isn't that cool? New all rubber novelty. That could be one of the first ones there too. Way before it started to be packaged like that by Adams, you know. Look at this ink bottle and ink spot, brand new in the freaking boxes. These are the ones my girlfriend found at the flea market. Oh my God, I go, you made my freaking day by pointing out these silly little things. She was laughing. She knew I was so excited to find that stuff out in the wild. You know, you never see it. You never see this stuff popping up at your local flea market, really. These are old fireworks snakes. I just thought they were so cool in the vintage boxes.
Trick shop could have sold them at somewhere. A trick shop could have carried those, you know. There were actually cards, kind of like this is a laugh prank carded you know, store display with all these little goofy gags inside these boxes. But there were cards like this with early versions of snakes, and it wasn't like a firework related thing. It was like a gag novelty sales item. God, I thought I had one here somewhere. Now that's a fake whiskey joke, you know, all in the boxes. Dehydrated worms. Where's it at? I swear I had one on the card. Maybe I don't. Foaming sugar. I don't know. Somewhere. But anyway, there's early snakes, we'll call them, from like the 20s or 30s. Super old. Where was I? Where are we going with this segment? Oh yeah. I've got a box, so I'll put the camera back up in a minute, but I got a box of new stuff that we're going to open on camera. So yeah, the Halloween special, we're going to dig right into some cool novelties that just showed up in the mail today. The best thing about this trick eye, suction cup eye, is the artwork. Like, look at that guy. He's got the egg-shaped head with a third eye. That's so damn funny. Some of it is all about the packaging, you know? Hilarious. And I always wanted one of these. In Cannonball Run, part 2? Cannonball Run? It was part 1. Roger Moore's sitting there talking to his mother. And he had one of these. And he says, time is up. And he goes to shoot his mom. Bang. Remember these? I never had one. So now I do. So that's cool. That's the original one. Anyway, I thought we'd take a look over here because I don't show this I don't show it enough on the channel, my trick shop, and I said we gotta do that tonight. We gotta look at some of the cool stuff that's been showing up here. I'll like buy stuff and I'll just put it in the store here. This is a prank exhaust whistle. You put it in the exhaust pipe and it just whistles. But cool packaging. Wee wham squee squee. Prankster exhaust whistle. Hollywood Magic. Hollywood, California. 1959. So cool. Oh, those of you out there that are collectors of weird stuff like this, I'm looking for, not Jax, I'm looking for another original Mexican jumping beans card. There's a different style of one, or like a blue one I saw on the internet. I would also like to find more of these boxes with the little colored backing, like the blue, red, green, yellow. I'd love to fill this one up, but I'm always looking for other original Mexican jumping bean cards like that from like the 60s, you know, 60s, 70s. I don't like the plastic jumping beans, like the goofy toy ones. I want the old school where they're real beans, and these boxes will all be jiggling, you know, at the store counter, like they all be plopping around and jumping in there. So I'm definitely trying to find that. Anything out, if any of you out there have this type of stuff, please get a hold of me somehow. I love it, obviously, and I'm always looking for new stuff. Look at that. Soft rubber reptiles. Lifelike trick spider. This was one of my favorite finds. A complete Adams snake in the can store display. You know, the counter display. I've never seen another one, but that is just awesome. All brand new. I like the weirdest stuff, don't I? More trick spiders. I actually have a little thing of loaded dice somewhere, like trick dice. Oh, here's some right here. Make a pass every time you roll them. It's all in fun. Yeah, right. Like people weren't going to use that to gamble with. Oh, here they are. Poker dice, a game for any number of players. It's fun. I think. Oh, that's actually an actual game. So that must be the trick dice I was talking about. Yeah, who doesn't love this stuff? If you're my age, you probably wanted all the same weird stuff I did. If you were a monster kid or just a weird kid in general, right? So look at this. There's a whole box of these crazy eyes. These they move, like they have the little. See, they wink. Isn't that cool? You stick it on your forehead. I like counter displays like this, full of stuff. I actually have an entire case of whoopee cushions I just got. This is all brand new, filled case, store display. This will pop up and you could like fix this box to be a store display where people would buy the whoopee cushions out of the box. I gotta get room for that sucker. Here is a cigarette loads all on the card. Guys want crazy money for these on eBay. Like, how much could it actually be worth, you know? I don't know. These are amazing. These fake cigarettes, it looks like smoke coming out when you like puff. It's crazy. Like, looks like real smoke. So, all right, let's go. I think we need to set the table up now. We got the podium set up, but we need to make it into the table. And I'm going to carry down the box of wonders that just showed up, and we're going to look through it. And I'm going to tell you the gentleman's name that sent it to me. He was the coolest guy. I met him in the Vintage Monster Toy Group on Facebook, and we just started going back and forth with a few purchases, and before you know it, I was buying tons of his stuff. So let's go. All right. So we just left the trick shop. We're back in the mask room. Oh boy. So this box of wonders just showed up in the mail today. Yes. I gotta tell you the guy's name though, because he was really cool. This guy by the name of Joseph, we'll call him Joseph J. Joseph J. was selling these little shrunken heads. And you guys know I love shrunken heads, right? And they were from the old vending machines. Do you guys remember old vending machines that sold mechanical... Do you guys remember the old mechanical servants vending machines? He had these little, like, shrunken heads that were mechanical servants pieces. This mechanical servants company was out of Chicago, Illinois, and they would have vending machines with all kinds of weird stuff back in the 60s and 70s, from little toys, little games, little monkeys smoking cigarettes, like little puzzles, little sewing kits, ballpoint pens, you name it. If it fit in a vending machine, mechanical servants stuck it in there and sold to people. A simple transaction of just a few shrunken heads with Mr. Joseph J. turned into a whole box purchase full of crazy stuff. I don't know where to begin. And that place, I think, was actually in Melrose Park, Illinois, which could have been technically a Chicago address at the time. Man. Oh, of course. Of course, I instantly go to the shrunken heads. That was not planned. Oh, I'm so excited. These are brand new. Oh my God, is this cool? The hair is stuffed inside, so it all comes out. Oh my God. There's a string, like a rubber string, like a jiggler would have. Okay. So, look at, it's got a freaking bell on it, like weird voodoo stuff. This is, oh my God, I'm so glad I bought these. Tiny shrunken head with a little bell. It's made of rubber with real hair.
And you can put it on your finger, like a finger puppet. Oh my God, dude, these are cool. Joseph, this made the entire purchase worth it. And I haven't even opened anything else yet. See, I'm still fascinated by this goofy little stuff. Smoking pet. These are so cool. I remember this stuff as a kid. We had these little weird things that smoked these tiny cigarettes. And it was like you put the little cigarette in its mouth, you light it with a match, and it would like puff, those cigarette puffs. Oh, yeah, the smoking monkey. Holy cow. The smoking monkey, and it comes with little tiny cigarettes. There's a bunch of these little sticks, which are the cigarettes. You put it in his mouth, and you light it. Yeah, this one's a little dog, a smoking dog. Who doesn't like a dog that smokes? Great for children to play with. And I said that I may do on my Instagram, once in a while, I may do a giveaway where I give away a shrunken head like that. A special little giveaway. So that would be cool to use a couple as giveaway items. Oh my gosh. Keychain puzzle heart. This is just all weird little novelty stuff, you know, that they're little puzzles. Like it's a keychain puzzle and it's all like sections that all come apart and you know, and you got to put it all back together to create that heart again. These are little it says little Pierre. Little Pierre, and they look like little rolled up balloons, if you know what that is, you adults and young adults. It almost looks like it goes on your finger, right? Wrap that rascal with a little tiny little Pierre. Is it more shrunken heads? Wait a minute. Oh, that's even more shrunken heads. I told him I want them all. I didn't remember how many I bought. Ho. This is just a great, fun thing for me to do in front of all of you. Open my little toys. So these are, I never thought I'd see anything like you without digging. These are, oh, it smells just like the old world. Oh, I love that musty smell. Oh, it's like basement smell. You make a good model. You make a good model for totem poles. These are like insult cards. You should go far, and I hope soon. All right, these are good. If you ever need a friend, buy a dog. You look like the face on an iodine bottle. Nice. Insult cards. Hell yeah. Oh, a little tiny lighter. How cool is that? It's like a baby Zippo. Is it real? My God, I don't want to break it. It's a real lighter. Holy shit, look at that. It's sparking. It just needs fluid. I got lighter fluid in the garage. That's insane. Tiny little Zippo. God, this is great. See? This is going to that weird place where the stuff comes from. The weird little items come from a weird place, you know? More insult cards. Oh my God. I remember like little cards like this, and they were dirty. They had like little kind of like X-rated hand-drawn cartoons. They weren't photos, and we would have them on the playground. Like, you know, we were bad kids when we were my age. Oh, these are kissing permits. I want to pull one of these out when Jamie's here with me. Kissing permit. Beautiful Society of Beautiful Kissers. Hereby entitled to kiss any member of the opposite sex, human or otherwise, on the lips, the face, the ears, the back of the neck, or any other place deemed to be in good taste. Huh. They would never write that now. Any member of the opposite sex. They'd say, oh, no, you don't. We'll have to keep those in our wallet, huh? For emergencies. Like, you gotta kiss me. You're a misogynist pig. Rudy, you pig. There's a bunch of those. Bird calls. Throat or bird call, prairie whistle. What? I remember Joseph was talking about these. What the heck? Swiss warbler, bird call. All these birds are coming. Ah! Wire puzzle. Oh, the old wire puzzles. The little classic wire puzzles with the little guy showing the kid, like the little magician showing the kid on there. This is how you do it, Sonny. Oh my God. This is cool. Look at this. It's the skeleton with the suction cup. So made in Hong Kong, it's a jointed little skeleton that you'd unfold. It's got a suction cup and you can hang it in your bedroom window, you know, or in your locker as a kid. Oh, is that neat? It would take forever to get the neck to straighten out after unpackaging it because it's plastic and it's like bent, but yeah, he's got little jointed, you know, rings for the rest of the skeleton parts. Telescope, I'm looking at you guys. It's cool, it works. That's pretty neat. Yet another novelty thing a child would love. Oh, this is a ballpoint pen. One of those old gold 60s ballpoint pens. Like you'd find it in your grandma's house when you were a kid and they would never work. You're like, oh, I found a pen, oh, it doesn't work. They all look like that. They all look like that. Just a little tiny padlock with a key. It's got the little key. Mark, padlock. Little lock. Oh, here's an elephant puzzle. Like the heart puzzles, a little elephant puzzle. That would come apart a little, you know, and you can only put them together a certain way. What is this? I am the silent type. Any chance to crawl into the sack with you tonight? Oh my God! This is like you would be like at a bar with a big old 70s mustache and a PBR in your hand, and you'd like put this in a girl's hand. Oh my God, this is so bad. I don't condone this type of behavior, okay? But this is just a look back into the 60s and 70s. So this is a... oh, there's an ad here for Linger ointment. Linger. Oh, I think he sent me some of that. Yeah, these are all things that would come out of these truck stop vending machines. I am the silent type. Any chance to crawl into the sack with you tonight? Please see the other side. Oh my God. So it says... yeah, this is the way to really win a woman over. Okay. If so, keep this token. If not, please return it. I'm not as good as once was, but I am as good once as I ever was. P.S. You don't have to say yes. Just smile. Are you that desperate? Oh, these poor women. What did they have to go through back then? So that's a token you carry around. Date maker, the pocket charmer. You give that to a girl, she's going to throw a beer in your face. Crazy. That's great. Whoa! Yeah, we can't show this on the screen. Oh boy. Maybe there's one I could show that's not... yeah, probably not a good idea. But these are little... so these are playing cards. That's the back of the playing cards. In the front have little color pictures. That's cool. This is the kind of stuff me and the other boys at the playground would get our hands on. Because one of us would steal it out of our goofy uncle's van, you know. Because he'd get it at the liquor store or something. And we'd be like, look what I took out of my uncle's van. Nudie playing cards. And then we'd all pass them around, you know. My friend lived across the street from me in like the late 70s. His stepdad had a freaking incredible van. You know, it was like a crazy 70s lovemaking van. It was all black with bright red shag carpeting. He had mirrors in there, pictures of these hot 70s chicks. I think they were on mirrors maybe. And we'd look in there like, whoa, like what goes on in there? And what is that smell? just great. All right.
My girlfriend's going to watch that part of this show and she's going to go, what the hell is all that stuff? Best part, the little shrunken heads. And they fit on your finger like a finger puppet, man. So cool. All right. Hang on. All right. We're back for the second half. The second, I guess half, third, whatever you want to call it. The last segment of the video.
All right, everybody. We're back for the last half of the Halloween special. The half where I kept babbling about having my girlfriend here with me. Some people are probably like, does he actually have a girlfriend? Will she show up? The answer is yes. She's upstairs and she'll be down here in 1 minute. And we are going to talk about vintage Halloween stuff. Of course, masks are a huge part of Halloween. But the stuff we're going to go over has always been a big part of Halloween. And that's going to be vintage decorations, vintage postcards, vintage invitations, books, catalogs, like really, really neat stuff. Every Halloween, I gift Jamie, my girlfriend, incredible little pieces. I gather up all these little things I find out there, and I'll gift it to her in a box, a special box, shaped like a coffin. And usually the items I gift her are from like the 1920s, the 1930s, the 40s, up through even the 70s. So you're going to see some really neat stuff here, especially some of the cool postcards. Some are even older than that, like pre-1910. We'll see. So let me go get her. She's going to be freaking out. She's never shot for YouTube. She's going to be freaking out. She's never been on a YouTube video. She's never shot for YouTube. So this should be very interesting. Let me go get her. And here we are. It's going to be okay.
Okay.
This is Jamie. Everybody out there in Rudy's World land, YouTube land. So, as I was talking about earlier in the segment, what were we talking about? We were talking about masks and Halloween, and this is the Halloween special. Although it's after Halloween, if you're seeing this, I had a very busy Halloween weekend, and Halloween day especially. There's a really great reason I could not do anything and get the video posted on Halloween day. Should we tell them what the reason was?
Mm-hmm.
Should we just show them what the reason was? I got engaged to Jamie here, so that was the reason. So I'm sorry the video didn't get up in time, but it was amazing, right?
Yes.
What a day. What a weekend. It's still the weekend, Saturday. I've talked about you on the channel before. I'm sure you've heard some of the videos.
A thing or two.
We go way, way back. 25 years, 26 years. What was the official count? A long time.
More than 25.
Over 25 years. For over 25 years, I wanted to be with her, but it just wasn't possible. No. And then things changed in our lives, and now it's possible. It's very possible. The possibilities are endless. All right. So, first of all, thank you for joining the show. I wanted to bring you on here.
My pleasure.
I wanted to bring you on here several times before, but it just wasn't lining up. It just didn't happen until now. So here we are. Jamie and I, so every Halloween, I love to gift her, like I was saying, some amazing things, special things, because I wouldn't be marrying her if she didn't love Halloween as much as I do, right? That's the number. It's not number one, but that's a big one.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. So she loves all of this just as much as I do. She doesn't, she didn't have these masks when she was a kid, but she loved Halloween and dressed up, and it is in her blood. Her blood is orange and black, just like the rest of ours. So I gift her I go like every September. I start looking for these amazing little things out there, and for Halloween Day, I group them all together. I put them in this amazing coffin-shaped box, and I gift her these things. Which is right here.
It's custom made.
Custom made box. There's a reason I have that box, and it wasn't just for these little things. You will see on another episode coming up that one time I gave her this incredible dress. I call it a dress.
It looks like a dress, but it's culottes.
Culottes.
Like,
so it's got pants.
Wide leg pants.
Yeah,
for those of you who don't know.
Like Jenkos. But no. So I was in an antique mall down in Kentucky that I always go to, and I go, what is that? And they had this, you could tell it was a 1930s style Halloween dress, orange and black with like a pumpkin sewn on there, and it was cool. And I go, what is that? And the lady's like, she goes, that's a vintage, Halloween dress from the 30s, and she goes, I go, well, how much is it? And she goes, it's very expensive. I go, try me. I'm like, you're dealing with, lady. And she's like, I was like $20,000. No, it was probably like $200 or something, and I go, I'll take it. And she goes, you will? I go, yeah, I want it right now. I was dressed like a child. Like I was dressed like a little kid, so she probably thought I was some goofball. But I said, yeah, I'll buy it. She goes, if you don't buy it, there's an antique dealer coming to get it. I go, no, I'm buying it. Gave it to her in this amazing presentation, this cool little box. And I just gave it to you as a keepsake. Little do we know, it fits her perfectly.
Had to try it on right away.
So you guys will see later her wearing this thing, and we got to find a cool witch hat, somehow to go with it. But anyway, that's what this box is from that dress. But I like to use it each year now to gift you cool stuff, right?
Yes, he's very, very good at finding the most unique things.
Here's a little box of wonders. Box for Pee-wee. Here we go. All right, so I was saying earlier how the masks are a big part of all this, but so are all these little cardboard decorations and paper cups and plates and napkins and tablecloths, all of it. If you loved Halloween as a kid, you're remembering all these little things like little treat bags and things that just take you back to that time that you were growing up as a kid, whether it was the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and you'll remember things from those time periods. And we love them. So I like to get you cool stuff. And we're going to look at some of it today. We're just going to show you neat Halloween stuff because this is the Halloween episode. This was just a really cool little cheesecloth owl mask I just scored. Mint condition. But I put in there because I thought you'd like it. It's pretty neat.
Beautiful.
Moving on to something spectacular. German die-cut pieces. I know some of you out there are probably well aware that these things existed back then and do collect them. And to me, nothing beats the old German die-cut pieces. It's cardboard. It's heavy cardboard. Delicate, though. But, man, the designs of the artwork on all the German stuff is just incredible. Especially the moons they would make. And this, when I saw this little pumpkin dude running, I went crazy. Like, I gotta win that auction. It was an auction. And I've had a few of these little, I think like 5 or 5.5 inch little discs, but they're just decorations. I think they'd either hang up for Halloween on the wall or by a string, but really, really neat. And these used to be a lot of money. I remember like 10 years ago. I don't know if they've come down, but it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't crazy, So awesome artwork. We both love the moon, and there he is. So. You like that piece?
It's my favorite.
I had another.
I didn't tell you, but of all the things in the box, I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, I know you love that little dude. His eyes are like everything. I had another one of those and I sold it like 3 years ago. I should have kept it, you know. Old plates. Like these gotta be from, I would guess, the 30s or 40s. The shape of them is, you could just tell they predate anything I ever seen as a kid, you know, in the 70s. And just really great artwork on these, as you can see there. I would love to find more of this stuff. I never knew these little plates were out there, this old style plates, but started finding them. And the best thing about this one is the moon up there again. The cool old moons, the Halloween moons, are some of our favorite things, aren't they? Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're talking too much,
I'm
Jamie.
really quiet.
You're talking too much. No. Moving on. This one kind of goes with that little plate. This is like the little doily, or you know, little napkin,
That's right.
like a little place setting. Same artwork with those pumpkins, but isn't that neat? I mean, when you see the stuff we're gonna pull out after this box, we scored some incredible paper items that they're like the greatest I've ever seen, greatest I've ever accumulated are under this desk. So, all right, we're gonna carefully pull this next thing out here. This old hat. I mean, just by the looks of it, it's got to be 1930s paper hat. What drew me to this was that little bullseye, little logo in the middle of it with the witch. It's not really a logo, but that little paper medallion they put there, and the artwork of the cats and the owls and the bats are just so cool on there. Like I can zoom in, like I'll crop so it gets bigger and stuff when we're filming. Like this will be cut out, but you'll
You're a pro.
you'll be able to see the stuff bigger when I crop it. So yeah, see those little cats and stuff, just awesome. And there's nothing like the old stuff. The artwork, you know, as the 90s and 2000s came about, the artwork on the stuff just kind of plummeted. It plummeted to a point they started making the old artwork again. So they started reproducing the stuff from the 30s, you know, the 20s and 30s, and making reproductions of these really rare items out there. So that was cool. They did that, but you could just tell things were never the same, you know, with everything, like everything else, nothing's ever the same. Moving on, one thing I love to find, Jamie, is vintage little invite cards, little invitation cards, even little place cards for parties, like, you know, like where you gonna sit? They'll tell you like where your place is with your name. If you were a kid going to a child's Halloween party or an adult, these were just amazing. So this, what does that say? You are summoned to a Halloween party. And they always spelled it HALLOWE''EN. Halloween. Halloween. It's like the Eve, you know.
Yeah.
And they'd spell it like that. And later, it just got lazy, and they just made it all like one without they dropped the apostrophe. Like probably by the 50s and 60s, I think. They dropped that little way of writing it. You'd say Halloween, but, you know, anyway, I just thought that was so cool the way they did that. Again,
We'll have to Google that.
I did it the other day, and it was something along those lines. Okay. Again, great artwork on that little card there. Just cool little things. Since we're talking about little cards, we'll go to the next one. And this is a little invite card. And I loved the stuff on the cover of it, but inside this one, it's just as cool. Great little illustration of the witch there, you know, by the fence with the cauldron, and look at that black cat up there. So when you open this one, it's got these little pictures inside. Great, like perfect for a young kid getting this and getting them so excited that they're going to this party because they're seeing these little images. Like it says, when the clock strikes 10, you know, you can write your little numbers in here. On the blah blah day of the 10th month, 10th is already in there printed because it's Halloween. Come to the haunted house at address line, and then signed by John Smith, Joe Schmo, Joe Mama. See that? See the little people, or see the little ghosts in there? Isn't that cool? Just a fun little card. I knew you'd like that one.
Love that.
That's cute.
I want an invite like that.
Right? We're going to do a party like that. You know what? We keep talking about it. Treat bags, of course. If you've seen, did I ever show my treat bag display on this channel? Like my framed treat bags. I got a bunch of them framed and it's so cool. And
Two.
what's
I
that?
said cut to your your framed.
I could show it. Here it is. The magic of filming. Some of the greatest Halloween art out there is on old postcards. Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, because there's so many, and they date back so far back. Like I don't know when the first postcards ever came out. I would guess 1800s, but my goodness, do we have the vintage postcards for Halloween? And some of these are just insanely beautiful. Roll. Okay, so here's the card we were just talking about. This one's incredible. So was the last one. Like these kind of like look like they go together in a way, a little bit.
They definitely should be
Time period.
displayed together.
Look at
They
this.
look great.
Look at these. Look at that. Huh? Aren't those amazing? I could also take a photo of these and put it on the screen better, but I was saying the way they wrote Halloween here, and the little devils and the
Look at
witch,
this little,
the little pumpkin
it's like
dude.
a pumpkin and a gourd.
Yeah, his body. Look at that weird frog. Weird, huh? This is strange. I love what was going through people's minds back in like 1909. That postcard's from 1909. You know what I'm gonna do?
I don't want you to text me anymore. I want you to send those.
Just postcards.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. You got a deal here. And the one we already took out here is a great unused postcard. Totally looks 1930s or 40s. You know, what awful sights are often seen by the pale moonlight of Halloween. You may be afraid, and if it's true, please let me come and take care of you. It's like I wrote that for you. All right, moving on. Yet another amazing postcard. This one has a witch. It looks like she's about to pick her nose, but she's not. And
It's
what?
an invite.
Oh, it's an invite card. So you can send this as a postcard in the mail. You couldn't do this today because some weirdo would be like, oh man. They put like the weird mailman would be like, all right. And he'd show up at your party. You know, or they put this on Instagram. Hey, there's a party at this dude's house. And then 4,000 people show up. Okay. So it says, you're invited on All Hallows. You're invited on All Hallows, a party to attend. Fellow witches will receive you. Please answer to your friend. That's how people talked back then. So this one, no date, but you could tell it's really, really old. Really, really, really cool. All right. Moving along, a really great invite card. I think this one's probably from the 40s.
It's beautiful.
It looks like someone glued it down to a little book. Like this was closed. So, ding, it's got a little happy face clock and a little fairy on top of a pumpkin here on this side. And we're going to have to read it. There's writing on the inside. Old-timey pen and ink too. That's pen and ink, no doubt, you know.
Yeah.
You can just tell. Friday Eve, 7:30, at the home of Elizabeth Pickard, Graham, North Carolina. So, this says, elves and goblins can be seen most any time on Halloween. We ask you at this hour to come and join us in all sorts of fun. It's not very really. Oh, what a great rhyme! Still cool though. It's really. I love the little clock. That's why I got it, because the clock and the little dude, the little fairy dude. I said, yeah, she will love that.
I like the little rat in the corner.
Oh yeah, the little like the black rat. Now moving on, yet another cool invite card. So the people that had this found an unopened box of these, right? They had the cardboard box, and there was probably like 60 of these inside the box, okay? And this predates Hallmark stores. It was a company, oh God, what is it called? It starts with an H, but it's not Hallmark. I'll have to think of what it was. But anyway, they put it on eBay, and they wanted like $150 for every single one in the box. At first, I'm like, oh, a whole box for one? No. They wanted $150. I'm like, come on. So I talked them down, got a way better deal. I had to have at least one of them because the art is spectacular across the top of this. The way the illustration is, it almost looks 3D in a way, doesn't it? Like 2D, but that spider web is awesome. And the face of we gotta photograph this, okay? On Halloween, when the pumpkin, Punkin, pumpkin head wears an awful scowl, the goblins and the witches howl. I hope that every hoot owl's who says happy Halloween to you. Hoo-hoo. That's a good one. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I had to get a good saying on there. Now, we got another weird German, old German postcard. Gosh, when was this sent? It's so hard to see the print date. 16.
Wow.
I don't know. What I have to do is look up this Hexenransplatz. Hexenransplatz. What is that in Germany? What's that place?
We can ask Carmen.
Teufelsbacken. Teufelsschloss. Hexenransplatz. Ja. I'm half German, so not get.
Spielplatz is playground.
Don't cancel me. Spielplatz?
Spielplatz is playground.
I think Hexenransplatz. I don't know. I can't remember what that is. I don't remember all my German like I was studying in German school. Okay, no, moving on. Another cool little
so pretty.
invite card. Look at that one, guys. Guys and ghouls. Little witch, the classic witch with the little pumpkin. Please come to a party. Oh, this one's great. It's great because it's got little
So sweet.
Yeah, a little artwork in there, and it's cute. You know, you probably, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a little ghost holding look, that's pen and ink pen. This is old, you know, look at is that a little house up on a hill?
A little batch.
Gee, we gotta take a picture of this one too.
Little moon.
Little moon, everything's
face
little.
And the little moon, so pretty.
To invite little Rudy and little Jamie to their little party. Isn't that great?
I'd go.
We'll go, let's go. We'll go tonight. We will dream that. Dream it up. Okay. Now comes probably my favorite postcard in the whole lot. And she's got many, many more postcards upstairs, but this was one I gave her yesterday on Halloween. And this one is quite amazing. I'm going to pull it out. And yeah, the artwork is killer on it. But when you see the actual card itself up close, it is embossed. Yeah, that's like embossed. All spiderweb pattern across the entire card. It's crazy. I've never seen a postcard quite like this. By the looks of his clothing, this has got to be 1920s or 30s. Look at the way they wrote Halloween and the moon over the fence. Like everything about it is so cool. Okay, moving on. Speaking of die cut things and cardboard things, I got this witch, and I don't know what it's from. I'm assuming it's from a bigger set of things that kids would punch out and hang up and whatnot. It's not like this was hand cut out of something and saved as a cutout witch. It came like this. It came as a die cut type of, cardboard witch. You could even punch out this area between her two arms. It's like unpunched still. You could poke that out. It's still in place, the little thing there, but this is from some sort of set, like a decorative set, I would guess, where you'd hang it in the window and whatnot, but Just awesome, awesome artwork on that witch. She's so cool. Classic witch on her.
It's a little different because she's kneeling on her broom.
Yeah, she doesn't have her butt on it. She's like kneeling on it. And
It's a little scarier that way for some reason.
Look at her nose. Her nose is crazy. Now, we do have one more postcard. It's got a really long saying. I won't bore you guys to death, but it was got 5 cents. Oh, it's from Marion, Indiana, this place. It's not too far from here, I think. It's a little Halloween poem. Not the most exciting postcard, but it was just cool. Orange and black, little cats on it. I liked it.
Not like your Halloween poem.
That's right. I read her the poem of poems yesterday on a special bridge that means a lot to us. This place was a special place we would go. And I said, I'm going to read a poem. I told her friend, she's a photographer, professional photographer. I said, hey, you think our friend would do a photo shoot of us on the bridge, on this special covered bridge at this place called Lemon Lake, where we go. And the place means a lot to us. So we go there with the intentions of doing a Halloween photo shoot together. And that's all she thinks we're doing is going there. I said, we should do a photo shoot. And she was like, yeah, okay.
I said, say less.
So then Carmen walked up. I go, hey, I'm going to read a poem and give her like this little gift. Can you film it with your phone and keep filming? Don't stop filming. And I think she totally understood what was about to happen. She goes,
She wasn't
okay, yeah. So the gift was this amazing soft little pillow, like this vintage pillow that was embroidered to the moon and back and had a crescent moon in it. And it was really just like velvet. And I found on the internet. We love the moon. We go to a farm field just to watch the super moons rise and the harvest moons. The moons mean a lot to us. So I got this little pillow, and it was part of my grand plan, my scheme here to get engaged,
Your
right?
trick.
My trick or treat, right? So I read the poem, and the poem ends with, I'm going to gift you this pillow. After this long, cool poem I wrote out. And I hand her the pillow, and she opens it, and she's like, oh my gosh. You saw the stuff on the front with the moon, and you just loved it. And I'm like, well, it's a special pillow. Do you know why? And she's like, what? And I'm like, let me show you why. And I took the pillow, and I placed it on the ground in front of her, and I instantly kneeled down on the pillow, and then she just lost it. Like, you knew at that moment what was about to happen.
Yeah. My heart and my stomach went brrr.
And I asked you to marry me at that moment. Woo! I've never done it. I've never been engaged, never been married ever in my life. I'm 52 years old. So, better late than never, right? This is the time. But you know what? Like I've said before on this channel, I've known you for forever. And a long, long time ago, in my mind, I would say, like, you were the one. Like, even though I could not marry you, even though I could not be with you all those years for other reasons, I'm like, she's the only one. She's the only one I would ever even think about being with for the rest of my life. And things changed in both of our lives, and here we are. Right? Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's... You okay?
Yeah.
All right. That's the story about the bridge. Okay, moving on. There's just a few little items left in here, like 3 left, and then there's cool stuff underneath here, like mind-blowing. At least we think it's mind-blowing. So back in the day, there were these little catalogs called Denison's bogey books.
I just noticed the artwork on the
Oh
back.
yeah, this has a whole illustration front to back. And these came out every year, like in the 1920s into the 30s, I believe. And they were 10 cents. And these bogey books, they were like little Halloween guides. You'd probably pick up at the newsstand or whatever at the store, you know, for 10 cents, and it would describe like how to entertain people on Halloween. It would show decorations, costumes, party favors, games. It would tell you how to make treats and a little you know, what do you call them? What do you call it, like for cooking stuff?
Hors d'oeuvres?
No, like the instructions.
Recipes?
Recipes. There'd be little recipes for stuff in here, and most of all, the cool part of this is it's like the later ones would show you little images of like the cardboard items of that era, and you can order them through this company, this Denizens, and different napkins here. Like this book, these sell for a lot of money when they hit eBay. These Denizens, is it Denizens? Denizens, right? Denizens, yeah, DEN. So I bid on 5 different ones that were different years. I bid like $110 a piece. I got outbid on all of them except 2. This one was a whole different auction, but so I'm just telling you, these are very, very highly collectible items. And when you start looking through that one, especially, you're going to see why. But they show you all those incredible like napkins and things. And I think I actually had some of these over the years. But it's just, they'll show you how to set up rooms for parties in these. Just cool. You know, decorating ballrooms and whatnot. How to hang streamers properly, like the black and orange streamers, and you know, and this is from the damn 1920s.
And you'd send one of those little invites.
Yeah.
You know, this fabulous.
You could probably buy the invites from this company, and then send them out and be like, I did everything the Denizens, just like they had it, and we're having the best Halloween party ever. And these are awesome. So if you ever see one of these, pick it up because they could sell for a lot of money. Mainly the next one here sold for a lot of money. A lot. And this is because this one is a great issue, and it's mint condition. Look at the artwork on this thing. It's incredible. Like on the back.
Those are great.
In the front. Like, this is so cool that back then, way back then, Halloween was this important, you know? That's what I love about it. There's so much stuff in these books. And this will actually show people dressed up, and you can see that 1920s, you know, styling on the illustrations of people there. Like, you can just tell that.
I wondered if my dress would be
I
in there.
know. It'd be so cool to find it in one of these. We may find it eventually someday. But this little orange and black book was hundreds of dollars. But look at it. I mean,
you did not.
I wanted to.
Mention that.
I know. Well, yeah, I know you take care of your things, but
yeah. Just
so you know, like some of this stuff is crazy. But lots on hanging streamers, and it's so cool just to read through these old paperbacks, you know. Look at all that. Look at that bat and the owl. You'll see a
little picture of that.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of die cut stuff, you know, in these. So yeah, the Denizens books. There's a lot of them out there, and they are super cool. This one's actually bigger than this one, so this is probably an older version. Now the final piece in this box is just one of the best cardboard decorations. One of my favorites that I've ever found because of one thing on here specifically, and it is the amazing house with the face. I don't know if you've ever seen that in old Halloween decorations, but that is so awesome to me. I know you love that little house.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, why would they make I mean, they probably said, well, there's windows and a door. Let's make a face out of it, you know? And it works. It works. It works. It works. This was actually a cardboard little display for a table, like a table display. And it's like, what it would do is this all folds out and it's got like 3 panels to it. So that goes just like that. See that? So it's shaped like that. 1, 2, 3 panels. So it's got a little dimension to it, but isn't that neat? I love that little house. That house is on something else I own. There's like a big one and a little one with the faces like that, with the eyes and the mouth. And so unique for a Halloween decoration with a giant moon behind him. You know, the moon's out shining bright, full moon. The big old harvest moon back there. I love it. All right, so we'll put these little things back in the coffin box real quick. And then we're going to show you some other really, really great and spectacular paper items. And I even have a Halloween costume under here. And some other little doodads. Okay, one thing that was going to go in there, but it was too heavy, was this book I got you. Remember? Mm-hmm. The Big Book of Halloween Entertainments with an S. Look at the little pumpkin on the binder. Isn't that great? 2 witches on there. I got you great books last year. The little blue ones. We should show those on the next episode when we show your dress. Whatever episode you're going to be on again. Like, we should dig out your other stuff. Because if you like this, there's a lot more. This is a really cool book from 1944, I believe. 1944. Mm-hmm. And it's, you know, it's all kinds of stuff. It's poems, it's games, it's, you know, Spooks on Strike. Time of playing. Oh, it's a game. Costumes. What, you know, what do you call it? There's ingredients. What are they called? Recipes for cupcakes and whatnot. Look at, that's great. Isn't that great? Little Timmy. That's little Timmy and Jane.
Plays.
Dick and Jane. Plays. Oh, like a Halloween play. Now, the little paper mache jack-o'-lanterns. We've got a glass case upstairs loaded with old Halloween stuff. Next episode, we will film specifically that collection. It's a big collection of Rosbro plastic candy containers, paper mache jack-o'-lanterns, all originals. But this is a new one that arrived. And he is really neat. He's very little, but man, is he mint condition. He's got some green airbrush on his face. I think this could have been like, I mean, it's shaped like a pumpkin, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a pumpkin.
Okay. Sometimes they're like turnips and they're like different, you know, vegetables, but
It's got the ridges. That's
definitely a pumpkin. And you'd put a little candle in there and his little eyes would glow, and just a really, really great little guy there. He's going back in the glass case later. Real quick, these are some things. We went to some antique shops this week, and, you know, we were late getting out because people put all the good Halloween stuff out in September, early October, but we still found some great things that really took us back to our childhoods.
Great.
Like this, like these beautiful pumpkins that fold open with the paper like that. God, I remember these being in the classroom, hanging up. The teacher would hang these up. My grandma would have one of these on her table, but just cool, you know? Like, who doesn't remember these things? Probably all the young kids that are watching this. I don't remember that. But, yeah, this brings back memories. And it just folds back up for easy storage. This had to be, okay, Beastal Company had to be 60s, 70s, I would guess. Probably 1960s, late 60s. There's another one right here. This one's cool. Remember this one? Mm-hmm. This one's got like the face, the jack-o'-lantern
So
face.
great.
Look at that. How cool is that? It's really, really cool. It's a weird, like, little rippling going on there. We have to fix it. Like, I think I could go inside and push it out, but it was a good price, and God, he looks cool. And then when you're done, you just, it's like an accordion, all right? You know? There we go. Let's put him just carefully in here, right? Okay. One more. Oh, here, this dude is a very similar piece. Scarecrow with the haystack. Is that what you call it? Haystack. And that.
No, cornstalk.
Is it a corn? Oh, yeah, haystack. Well, I'm thinking that. So my mom would make haystack cookies
Right.
with. Look at that. Oh, my God. Do you remember this? How cool is that?
It's so cool.
Oh, and the pumpkin opens. Look.
I did not
I didn't
notice
know that. Oh my God.
Oh, it's even better now.
That is amazing.
Look
Look,
at
how
how
little.
perfect
It's
it
perfect
is.
and little.
Oh, I love it.
See? Our brains are like the same. We're like, oh my God, it's little and perfect.
It's
Yeah.
so cute.
Isn't that great? It's really in great condition
It's
too.
perfect.
Oh, is that neat? That is really, really cool, guys. I didn't know that. I thought it just did the cornstalk haystack.
How did we miss that?
Really awesome.
Love that guy.
So my mom would make these haystack cookies out of those Asian noodles in like in a soup can almost.
The crispy noodles.
Crispy noodles. And they coated it in this chocolate. This weird chocolate, and it had this distinct flavor to them. You got to get the recipe from her. Like we'll ask her this week, because the chocolate was so unique. And as a kid, I would eat the whole damn pan. They were so good. What a box of amazing stuff, right?
Incredible.
Incredible. All right, let's put this little thing back on there, and we're gonna look at some other cool items. One item in particular. Now, this one I didn't necessarily buy this for you. I bought it
I
for,
was with you
I bought it for us.
when you bought it.
Yeah, I bought it for the house. But anyway, yeah, I've had a million of these little costumes, but this one in particular, the artwork on the box was just crazy. It was so cool. Not crazy, just amazing. For different reasons. There's a jack-o'-lantern here. There's a little guy in the tree, like a tree monster. A cat up in the top of the house, and then the witch up top. I just thought you guys would love seeing this because it's so different than the other like Ben Cooper boxes I've had in the, you gotta check your phone?
No,
You're
I'm just
Are you cold?
always.
You're cold! And on the side there's the cat and the pumpkin, and it's just, what a cool box, 1940s jack-o'-lantern, cardboard. Yeah. This is a two-sided jack-o'-lantern, and it has its original paper inserts, which is kind of rare, Usually they're all poked through, and kids would just bust them out
I probably would have poked one.
at some point. That thing's old. We've had it for forever. Let's just destroy it. But here, I'll put my light on. A little light here. Like you put, candles in these things, and the faces would glow.
So pretty.
Yeah, that's cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat, though. I love this stuff. All right, just a few more things, and we'll wrap up this Halloween episode. Halloween 2025. It was a fun episode. At least we did talk about some masks earlier in the episode, and then I showed lots of weird little things in between that you haven't seen yet. Weird little shrunken heads and things I got in the mail. So this box, it's almost like we're doing an unboxing. This stuff is incredible. I was under the impression these were smaller paper napkins, and then I opened it to show her this morning, and we were both blown away how amazing these things are. The artwork on this stuff is so cool. We're definitely framing a lot of these and hanging them in the home here because they're just nuts. Look at this. I feel like bringing the camera down and filming it, but this, I'll hold it like this. Can you see that? I've never seen anything like this. These massive, they're not quite napkins. I think they're like placemats in a way. But just great artwork. All those pumpkins all coming to a point at the end of the post. You know, the fence post. So damn cool. It's working good, right?
Yeah.
Here comes another one. That's just, oh my God. I don't know which
So
one's my
beautiful.
favorite. This, of course, has the amazing moon on the top. Look at that. And all those jack-o'-lanterns. Look at that. That is awesome. Awesome. And this was an auction full of these things. And there was also little tiny die-cut things you'll see in some other normal napkins. But my God, these things. I've never seen anything like these. I've been collecting Halloween for a long time, but I don't know. I just never ran across this type of stuff. And I was telling Jamie this morning, regular Halloween napkins is where you'll find some of the greatest Halloween artwork out there on napkins, like regular napkins. Just another great another great image there with pumpkins and the moons. I think some of these are multiples.
It's the same as the first one.
Same as, yeah. My God, they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this one was pretty great.
Yeah.
they're all killer. But this was one of our favorites for sure. Gotta be so careful.
It's the size of a square napkin.
Well, this is a napkin, so this is a square napkin that you would get like this. It'd be folded up, you know, like in a pack of napkins.
It's crazy that beautiful artwork is on
Oh,
a
I know.
napkin. You're gonna.
Wipe your butt on. No, look at this.
I was gonna say cupcake hands.
Look at that. How amazing is that? I know a lot of you out there are getting excited to see this stuff, and you're not just about masks, you're also about this kind of stuff. If you're into Halloween, and this one was written on, remember?
Oh yeah.
It says, what does that say?
Hazel.
Hazel possum? Hazel.
Something Benton.
It says bridal. No, bridal. It's her birthday, 1934. This is all in pencil. Birthday, 1934. There's a date.
October 24th.
October 24th.
Age 81.
Age 81. That is all written here in pencil on the spiderweb lines. Can you see that? Crazy. Oh my God. All right, here's an orange napkin. We're gonna put him aside though and keep going with these big white ones for a minute because there's just a couple left, I think. So this one, look at this. And
So good.
And the coloring is beautiful on them. So in the middle of this, there's like a big witch. Her hat here, her big nose, her chin. The art on this, it's like you can see through the napkin and see it. It's hard to like see it because it's white, but just beautiful. I think there's 3 of those, right? Yeah, here's another one. And they're all just super nice condition. They gotta be 1940s, 1930s.
You know, I like the 2 little cats. They're meowing and hissing at each other.
Oh yeah, like our crazy cats. Mustache and Fat Boy. These are probably 1930s. But the quality, the print, like on these pumpkins and cats, it's so beautiful. Now, moving on. Oh, wait, there's one more big white one. We might as well show that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's one of the best. you could see why I went after this. This was an auction online, and I went crazy. I'm like, I go, no one's outbidding me, and I put a crazy number on it. It didn't go too high, but look at this. This has amazing ghosts all around it, and this crazy image of the cat on that pumpkin. Look at that. God, is that cool? You like that one?
Mm-hmm. I love it.
The bats are cool, but the styling of that, it's real cartoonish, you know.
I love the cat's expression.
Oh yeah, so cool. Let's put this sideways here now for a minute. Your regular orange napkin that will unfold. I think a lot of those could have been napkins like this that were just flattened out, you know, and not put back together. It's gotta be, because they wouldn't have square placemats like that. Those have to be napkins that just aren't folded. But this one has two witches across from each other, and little pumpkins are on the perimeter. Darn it, it's tricky. There we go. Like I was saying, napkins, if you're into collecting Halloween, will have the best artwork out there.
That's so great.
Noisemakers too, but napkins. This one's incredible. This has the best little, you know, pumpkins, ghosts. The art on these is, you know, for our idea we're talking about. This would be a good one. Look at that. Can you see that, guys? Oops, sorry. Yeah, incredible. All right. And just to wrap up things, what else? Yeah, okay, that's outside. This is loaded with little die-cut pieces that they had in this auction, and there's so many of them. I will just show you the coolest ones, and then we're gonna call it the end of the video here. Let me get the camera down. I'm gonna put these flat.
Like, these are okay. These are cool, but nothing like what you're about to see here with these. Those of you that know your old die-cut German stuff, these little ones have the detail that the giant cardboard pieces have. These two, like, what would those be from? As well as these little witches, all die-cut cardboard, highly detailed little cardboard witches. And look at these guys. What the heck are we gonna do with all these little dudes? There's so many. I'll probably sell groups of these, you know, somehow at the antique mall at my booth, but there's a lot of cool stuff here. Anyway.
So, well, we're gonna put the postcards in a.
Oh yeah, like a scrapbook.
So some of these can go in there with the postcards.
There you go. See? All right, guys.
Again, so sorry I couldn't get the video live for Halloween Day. Next year I will work on that, you know, getting it.
You'll have an assistant.
Yeah, I'll have
We'll
an
make sure you
assistant.
do.
And I think we'll have Jamie on some future videos. Would you like to be on some more videos?
I would like that, but I don't. I was that entertaining.
They
at all.
if they love when Carlos is on the show, they're gonna love when you're on
Oh,
here.
he's funny though.
El Horrifico is a nutball, and he's crazy, but you know.
I was a quiet little mouse today.
Yeah. No. Hey, it's your first time being on the show, and
Super nervous about that.
it's all right. It's gonna be no big deal.
You're very good at this.
After 50 more videos, you'll be like, there'll be no big deal. So, did you have fun?
I did.
All right.
I love looking at all of this.
I
with
hope you guys had fun on Halloween. I know a lot of you love all the things we just looked at, and we've got so much more. We've got so much old Halloween stuff upstairs, and we have this glass case full of little plastic, you know, candy containers and all the good stuff from the 60s and 70s. It looks really good up
It's
there.
amazing.
So a lot of paper mache, jack-o'-lanterns, all original stuff. So maybe next time when We show you that cool dress. That it's definitely worth seeing if you love Halloween stuff. And maybe somebody out there will be able to link it to some old magazine or some book, because it's got to be out there. It's got to be like
I think it's one of those little pattern,
like a sewing pattern
books that create your own costume.
It's awesome. And when you put it, I'm like,
I couldn't believe
you're like, let me put it on. I'm like, you're gonna put it on? And then I was like,
I can't put it on
because it's like this antique thing, and I'm like,
it's very careful.
It fit you perfect, and it was like meant to be. So
it felt like it was always mine.
All right, guys and ghouls, happy Halloween once again. Thank you for being so patient. I promised you all these October videos, and it just didn't happen. I had a lot on my mind, a lot of preparation, and I had to finish that big ring. I made that ring for her, made it, and that's, you know, you guys
tell them about the moons.
You guys know what I do for a living. So that is a 5-carat 36 oval, GIA certified DVS1. The sides, though, are half moon cut diamonds. They're cut in half moons. The whole total weight here is just under 8 carats total. It's like 798 total, but really, really, really unique because it's got half moons. And obviously,
love that part.
Yeah, we love the moon. You love it as much as I do. And I said, it's got to be half moons. My buddy at work goes, you should do 3 ovals. And we're like, oh, no. I'm doing half moons. And that's it. So I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you love me. And I love you guys too. So see you around. Happy Halloween again. See you around and happy Halloween. Until next time.
Happy Halloween.
Good night. And that's it.